Hi folks, in this video I'll demonstrate how to get started with a Django application. And we navigate to our course website, to the Django section. We can read through these articles, and this demonstration will more or less go through the same steps in this article, and at the end we should have an application that is described in this article. This article kind of goes through the pieces within the Django application, whereas this article is more of a step-by-step tutorial on how to get to create a Django application. And then additionally, the tutorials on Django's website itself is really good. That's where the two articles were based off of. So if you want to read through Django's tutorials, they'll probably fill in certain gaps that's glossed over in the other articles. Okay, so with that said, well, in this video, we'll start the first of the 4 steps, which is set up a Python environment, which we're gonna outline in the README as well. And it's the same 4 steps, same basic 4 steps. Setting up a Python environment, then using that Python environment to create our Django application, and then make sure that our application can start and we can get to it from our local machine, our local host development machine. And then lastly, we'll update our app with some basic resources, and we should be able to create, read, update, or delete that resource. So the basic CRUD actions. Okay. So in this first video, we'll just focus on setting up the Python environment. Okay. So to do that, we'll use a Docker compose one now. Drop in some configurations. Start with 1. So we'll list out the services that our compose will go through, we'll describe. The first of these services is the app service, and then for this app we're going to build from a Docker file that we'll put at the root of the file, which is the current folder. That's what the doc denotes. So let's do that. Let's create our Docker file here. And each Docker file will start out with a from directive, and we're going to use a base image, a Python base image. Let me just double check on Docker Hub, which is the latest version currently. Double check tags. So 395 seems pretty current. Let's see what Docker has, or what Python has on their side. So 3.9 seems pretty recent, so let's go ahead and do that. 5. And now that we have our Docker compose and Docker file. Let's bring in our Python image, and I guess it's been previously downloaded, so we can actually run it. But before we do so, let's check what version is on our host. And now we run the app container and drop into the bash. We can check that we have the 395 that we can then use to create our Django application. So I'll stop the video here, and then in the next video we'll actually use the Python environment that we just created and to build our Django app. So in this video we use Docker compose and Docker to kind of create a container that we can then use to then create our Django application.